The bullying has got to stop. I can never understand the motives for bullying, mainly because I've always been a person that does my own thing. And I always thought it was lame to make fun of other people. But clearly, so many people do not feel this way. The thing about bullies is that they're never as tough as they appear to be. No matter how loud, big, or strong they seem, they're always small on the inside. And they're usually dealing with issues that they can't even communicate. And so they just lash out. And unfortunately, they're victims, and anyone that crosses their path suffers because of it. But make no mistake, you don't have to be a victim of bullying. Regardless of whether or not you've been bullied before, you can change things. But it starts with taking the first step. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways to deal with bullies so that you can become your boldest self. And if you're new here, hi girl, my name is Marcella Christina, and on this channel, I teach women how to become their highest selves. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to subscribe. And to all of my new subscribers, hello, welcome to the family. I'm so happy to have you here. And thank you to everyone that liked and commented on my last video. We've been having some really insightful conversations in the comments, and honestly, it's been so enlightening. This is what this channel is for, right? This is what I made this channel for, so that like-minded people, like-minded women could get together and share insights. I think today's topic is a great segue from my previous video, so I'm so excited to get into it. Oftentimes, bullies are jealous. The very thing that they bully you for is the very thing that they wish that they had. I mean, I would know. When I was younger, I was bullied for the strangest things. I was bullied for wearing glasses. I was bullied because I was tall. I was even bullied for being smart. And now in retrospect, I look back and it's all become clear to me. I had the things that my bullies wanted, and they were jealous of that. And they weren't able to communicate that or deal with those emotions, so it came out in the form of bullying and teasing. So once I became aware of that, I was able to deal with my bullies, and I was able to put a stop to it. So if you're serious about stopping your bullies in their tracks, be sure to stick around until the end of the video for my most important tip. Let's get started. To deal with bullies, you need to take accountability. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what? I need to take accountability? But I'm the one being bullied. Well, think about it this way. There's a popular saying in the Caribbean, and it goes, there's only a bully when there's a coward. And so it makes sense that we're starting here with accountability. While you may not be able to see it, on some level, deep down, you've agreed to this treatment. You've agreed to be the victim. You've agreed to be bullied. And by agreeing, I don't mean that you volunteered for it. I just mean that you accepted it. Because in any relationship, both parties have to accept. We've mentioned that on this channel before. So with that in mind, the question should be, why are you accepting this treatment? Why have you agreed to be bullied? This isn't the time to be cruel to yourself or to kick yourself or say, how could I let this happen? It's the time to be kind to yourself and really do some deep introspection. You have to be gentle with yourself and non-judgmental, because this is the only way that you can get the honest answer. Maybe deep down you have low self-worth, and so you feel like you deserve to be bullied and that you deserve to be treated poorly. Or maybe deep down you just don't feel powerful, and so you're just living in a constant state of fear, being fearful of ever speaking up for yourself or standing up for yourself. Whatever it is, that's the true issue. The bullying may be taking place on the surface, but the real issues are happening inside of you. You need to think about the image that you're projecting onto the world. If you didn't know who you are, how would you perceive yourself? If you saw yourself walking down the street, what would you think? Do you look confident? Are you walking with your head high and shoulders back? Or are you hunched over? Are you dragging your feet and looking at the ground? How are you showing up to the world? How are you expressing yourself? That's exactly how the world is going to treat you. So in taking accountability, you give yourself the opportunity to forgive yourself. Maybe somewhere along the way, you stopped being a friend to yourself. Maybe you stopped looking out for your own best interests. Maybe you let your self-esteem and self-worth get so low that it invited disrespect. It invited mistreatment. And so now is the time to forgive yourself and to do that healing. Now is the time to do better. And there are so many ways to do better. It doesn't all have to happen overnight. You can take it step by step. Maybe you can start with making a commitment so that you don't ever end up in this position again. Maybe you can use this as a learning experience. That's what I did, and it served me well. So I encourage you to do the same. The next thing you need to do is you need to take your power back. One of the worst things about bullying is that it robs us of our strength. It makes us forget how powerful we truly are. The more we're teased or the more we're bullied, it makes us feel smaller and smaller. And if we're not careful, we can shrink ourselves so much that we forget who we are completely. So you need to create a new identity. As I mentioned before, you're projecting an image onto the world. And chances are, if you're being bullied, the image that you're projecting is not an empowered one. So we have to change that. And that happens by changing your identity. You have to begin to think of yourself in new ways. You can no longer think of yourself as being a victim of bullying. Even if you're still experiencing it, you can no longer think of yourself that way. This is how the switch happens. You first have to change the identity in your mind in order for it to show up in real life. With this new new identity, make it powerful. Make her bold, make her courageous. Make her a woman with respect and admiration for herself. These are the values of a confident woman. These are the values of a woman that is her highest self. This is now how you're going to see yourself. And yes, it will take time in order for you to truly wrap your mind around this, in order for you to truly feel this and embody it. But you will see that with time, this becomes more and more real to you. It becomes who you are, and who you once were becomes more and more unfamiliar. Why is this important? Well, certain experiences and treatment will no longer make sense to you. They will no longer resonate with you. And so you will no longer accept it. You will no longer accept the terms and conditions of being bullied. You're not that person anymore. Change your appearance. This falls in line with changing your identity, but it takes it a step further. When you change your appearance, you're now changing what people see. And that's powerful because people are expecting you to be familiar. They're expecting you to look a certain way and to act a certain way and behave a certain way. But once you change all of this up, they're confused. They can't get to you anymore because they don't even understand you. You're not who they remembered you to be. And that is exactly right. Too often we want to deal with our problems from the outside in, but we really should be tackling it from the inside out. We want to get up tomorrow and bully the people that were bullying us. But really that is a waste of our time because we're here to live life at the highest level. We're not here to get revenge. So all of your energy and focus should be inward. It should be on healing the things inside that need healing, on altering and changing your identity, on creating an appearance that reflects your new empowered self. Notice that none of these things had anything to do with bullies. It's all about you. Because it is all about you. And so you really have to stand in your power. Forge a new path. Do things differently, say things differently, have fun with it. Don't take yourself so seriously, be lighthearted. You deserve to be playful and experiment. Oftentimes when people experience bullying or teasing, there's so many elements and aspects of their personality that goes dormant. There's so many things about themselves that they completely forget about because they're so used to playing it small. They're so used to shrinking themselves that they forgot the things that they were actually good at, the things that actually made them happy. This is that time to reconnect with that. This is that time to make room because there's a new you that's coming through and people can either get with it or get out of your way. The next thing you need to do is you need to flip the script. There's a popular misconception that bullying only happens when you're younger. It only happens in your childhood or formative years. But boy, oh boy, is that wrong. Believe it or not, there are a lot of adult bullies out here, and these adult bullies bully other adults. I know, it's crazy, but there's so many stories and cases about this. Bullying in the workplace, being bullied in friendships, being bullied in relationships. Like, this is real. There's even been a few times in my adulthood that women have tried to bully me, and they have failed. And it's because I knew everything that I'm sharing with you in this video. You see, if you really want to learn how to deal with bullies and just get rid of them completely, then you need to learn how to expose them. So much of bullying is kept hush-hush. And if more people spoke up, there would be less cases of bullying out here. But everybody's quiet. Do you want to know why? Because the person that's being bullied is embarrassed that they're being bullied, and the person that's doing the bullying wants to continue this foul behavior. So everyone's quiet. Everyone's keeping it all under the table. But not you. You're going to expose these people. If you ever spoke up about these things, you would be surprised how many people would be there to support you. Nobody likes a bully. A lot of people have encountered bullies, so they know what that feels like. And so you'd be able to win a lot of people with this. Some people may be scared to speak on these things because they feel that the bully is more powerful or more connected. But I'm telling you, exposing this behavior makes the tables turn. Just keep that in mind and showcase yourself in the best light. If you're a person that's focused, driven, stays out the way, minds your own business, is kind to people, is dependable, people take note of that and they will go out of their way to support someone like that because they respect that. We respect people that do their own thing, and we don't appreciate when other people bully them for that. So flip the scripts. Use what your bullies did against them. The next thing you need to do is you need to protect yourself. You need to protect yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Mentally, you need to protect the new identity that you've built for yourself. Your bullies will try you because unfortunately they're sick and they're hurt, and hurt people hurt people. And so when they see you evolving and moving on, they're going to try to pull you back. And they do this by trying to break you down mentally. They're going to poke at the new identity that you've built for yourself. They're going to try to make you doubt yourself and second guess yourself. They're going to try to get you to think less of yourself because remember, the version of you that thinks less of yourself is the only version that they can bully. So when they try this, do not fall for this trap. Do not get emotional. Instead, look at it as a signal for how far you've come. They have to attack the new you just to try to get the old you back. So continue to build your identity and continue to protect it. Protect yourself physically. Protect your physical body and your image. Fortunately, I never experienced physical bullying, but if that is something that you've experienced, then you need to protect yourself physically as well. But in this case, when I say protect your physical body, I don't necessarily mean from bullies. I just mean from anything negative in general. So eat right, exercise, take care of yourself, and take care of your image. Make sure that you're always looking up to par. When people see that you take care of yourself, it tells them that you respect yourself. And so it teaches them that they need to respect you as well. And spiritually, you need to strengthen your spirit. This is so important because not all bullies are created equally. Some bullies have mental health issues, but some bullies have spiritual issues, meaning they carry dark energy. And that's an entirely different issue in and of itself. So it's very important that you strengthen yourself spiritually and that you have the discernment to be able to tell the difference. To deal with bullies, you need to be confident. Think about a cartoon. Unfortunately, a lot of cartoons have a character that gets bullied. What is that character's personality like? How do they look? How do they present themselves? What image are they projecting onto the world? In short, are they confident or are they not? If this character is like all of the characters that I've ever seen that got bullied, then this character isn't confident at all. The reason being is that confidence repels bullies. When you know who you are, a bully has no leverage. They can no longer attack your insecurities or weaknesses because you've learned to accept them, so they have nothing to attack you with. And because these people are damaged and need validation, they're going to leave you alone and look for someone else that's weak enough to take advantage of. I really want to drive this point home that bullies don't just pick on anybody. They're very specific. They look for people that lack confidence because these are the people that they can control. When you're confident, you give a bully nothing to work with, and that's exactly what we want. What I love about this is that once you notice that you're becoming more confident, it breeds more confidence. So you become even more solidified and you become less and less susceptible to bullying. At the end of the day, bullying is a hindrance. It's a hindrance to people that are struggling to find or recover their own light because it's being blocked by a hovering dark cloud. It's being blocked by a person that has their own darkness, their own issues that they need to solve, but are unfortunately too cowardly to face them. Bullies are cowards, point blank period. And it's time for you to realize that you're the true person in control. It's time for you to live freely and to receive your blessings. Don't let anyone block what's yours. It's your time to shine. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know bullying is a very sensitive topic, and unfortunately many of us have experienced it, but I want to encourage everyone that's experiencing this to speak up about it. There's no shame in it. You deserve to live a carefree life, a life without stress and worry, and it is possible for you. All you have to do is accept it. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Be sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you become a part of the family. Earlier I mentioned that bullies are often jealous of you, but if you don't know how to deal with jealousy, then you're going to be at a huge disadvantage. So watch this video to learn how to deal with jealousy like a queen. Okay, my loves, until next time, take good care of yourselves. Bye.